Welcome to our channel. Today we're going on a journey that every car owner dreams about, finding the car that will stick with you for life. We're talking about the top 5 most reliable cars that can last over 500,000 miles. That's right, 500,000 miles or more. If you want to know which cars just keep going and going, you're in the right place. We've done the research, checked owner stories, and looked at expert reviews. We'll share real-life examples and give you tips to help your own car last as long as possible. So buckle up, let's get started. Let's start with a question. Why does reaching 500,000 miles matter? Most cars are designed to last about 150,000 to 200,000 miles. That's still a lot of driving, about 10 to 15 years for the average person, but a select few cars can go much further. Hitting 500,000 miles means you could drive from New York to Los Angeles and back almost 90 times. Or you could circle the Earth 20 times. When a car is this reliable, you save thousands of dollars over the years. You don't have to buy a new car every few years, and you get peace of mind knowing your vehicle won't leave you stranded. But which cars are truly built to last? Let's count down from number 5 to number 1. At number 5, we have a true classic, the Volvo 240. Why is the Volvo 240 so special? This car was made from the mid-1970s until 1993. It's famous for its boxy shape, but even more famous for how tough it is. The Volvo 240 became a symbol of safety and strength. It was built to survive the harsh winters of Sweden, and it turns out, it can survive just about anything. There's a legendary story about Irv Gordon, who drove his Volvo P1800, a close cousin to the 240, over 3 million miles. That's a world record. Many Volvo 240 owners have reached 500,000 miles with just basic maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and timing belts. Why does it last so long? The answer is simple engineering. Volvo didn't try to make the 240 fancy, they just made it strong. The engines are known for running forever, and the car is easy to work on. Mechanics love them because everything is straightforward. If you own a Volvo 240, keep up with oil changes and fix small problems early. These cars can rust, so keeping them clean helps too. Next up at number 4 is a car that's become a household name, the Honda Accord. Why is the Accord so reliable? The Accord has been around since the 1970s and it's one of the most popular cars in America. Honda's secret is simple. They build cars to last. The Accord is famous for its strong engines and smooth transmissions. Joe LoCicero, known as Million Mile Joe, drove his 1990 Honda Accord over 1 million miles. He kept up with maintenance, changed the oil regularly, and replaced worn parts before they failed. The car was so reliable that Honda gave him a new Accord as a prize. Why do Accords last so long? Honda uses high-quality materials and designs their engines to run smoothly for years. Many mechanics say the Accord is one of the easiest cars to maintain. Parts are cheap and widely available. Stick to the maintenance schedule in the owner's manual. Use good oil and replace timing belts and water pumps on time. At number 3, we have a car that's a legend all over the world. The Toyota Corolla. Why is the Corolla so tough? The Corolla has been around since the 1960s. It's the best-selling car in history, and for good reason. Toyota designed it to be simple, affordable, and ultra-reliable. Bulletproof engines, especially the 1.8-liter and 1.6-liter, simple electronics, low-cost maintenance, and great fuel economy are some of its key features. Taxi drivers in Africa, Asia, and South America often choose the Corolla. Many of them have driven their cars over 500,000 miles, sometimes even more, with only basic repairs. There's a famous story of a New Zealand taxi driver whose Corolla hit over 600,000 miles with just routine maintenance. Why does it last so long? The Corolla's secret is its simplicity. There aren't a lot of fancy gadgets to break. The engines are designed to run cool and smooth, and the transmissions are tough. Mechanics often say, if you change the oil, a Corolla will outlast you. Change the oil every 5,000 miles and don't ignore small noises. Corollas are easy to fix, so stay on top of repairs. At number 2, we have a true off-road king, the Toyota Land Cruiser. Why is the Land Cruiser so legendary? The Land Cruiser is used by the United Nations, aid workers, and explorers. It's built for the world's toughest roads, deserts, jungles, and mountains. Overbuilt engines, especially the inline-6 and V8 diesels, heavy-duty suspension and frame, four-wheel drive, and designed for extreme climates are its key features. There are Land Cruisers in Australia and Africa that have survived decades of rough use, with some clocking over 600,000 miles. In the US, you can find 1990s Land Cruisers with original engines still running strong at 500,000 miles. Why does it last so long? Toyota designed the Land Cruiser to be easy to fix, even in remote areas. The parts are strong and simple. Owners say these vehicles just don't quit. Keep up with oil changes and use quality parts. Check the suspension and frame for rust if you live in a wet climate. And now, the #1 most reliable car over 500,000 miles, the Toyota Hilux. Why is the Hilux famous? This pickup truck is sold all over the world, and it's known for being almost impossible to kill. Farmers, soldiers, and adventurers trust the Hilux to get them anywhere. Simple, strong engines, especially the diesel models, tough frame and suspension, easy to repair anywhere, and built for hard work are its key features. The BBC show Top Gear tried to destroy a Hilux by drowning it, burning it, and dropping it from a building. It still ran. In places like Australia and Africa, it's common to see Hilux trucks with over 500,000 miles still working every day. Why does it last so long? The Hilux is designed to handle rough roads and heavy loads. The engines are simple, with fewer electronics to break. Parts are cheap and easy to find all over the world. If you own a Hilux, change the oil often and use good fuel. Watch for rust in the frame if you drive in salty areas. Now let's talk about a few other cars that deserve a mention. These vehicles are also known for lasting hundreds of thousands of miles. Lexus LS 400 and LS 430. These luxury sedans are built like tanks. Many owners have driven them over 500,000 miles with just regular maintenance. Mercedes-Benz E-Class, especially the diesel models from the 1980s and 1990s. These cars are famous for running forever as taxis in Europe. Subaru Outback, known for its ruggedness and reliability, especially in cold climates. Many Outbacks have hit 300,000 miles or more. If you're looking for a car that lasts, consider these models too. You might be wondering, what's the secret to making a car last 500,000 miles? Is it just luck, or is there something you can do? Here are the top tips from experts and high-mileage car owners. Oil is the lifeblood of your engine. Change it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, or as recommended by your car's manual. Dirty oil causes wear and tear. Don't ignore small noises or warning lights. Fixing small issues early prevents big, expensive problems later. Cheap parts can wear out quickly. Use original or high-quality aftermarket parts for repairs. Wash your car regularly, especially if you live in a place with snow or salt. This prevents rust. Avoid hard acceleration and sudden stops. Gentle driving helps your engine and transmission last longer. Check your owner's manual and stick to the recommended schedule for things like timing belts, fluids, and filters. If you don't drive often, keep your car in a garage or use a car cover to protect it from the elements. Real-life example. Many high-mileage owners say the key is simply paying attention to your car. Listen for new noises, check fluid levels, and don't skip maintenance. Let's take a closer look at some real-life stories of cars that went the distance. Irv Gordon and the 3-million-mile Volvo. Irv Gordon's 1966 Volvo P1800 holds the world record for most miles driven by a single owner. Over 3 million miles. He followed the maintenance schedule, changed the oil every 3,000 miles and fixed problems right away. Joe Locicero and the million-mile Honda Accord. Joe, known as Million Mile Joe, drove his 1990 Accord over 1 million miles. He kept detailed records, used quality parts, and never missed an oil change. Toyota Land Cruiser in the Outback. In Australia, Land Cruisers are used for everything from cattle farming to rescue missions. It's common to see them with 500,000 or 600,000 miles, still running strong, taxi drivers and the Toyota Corolla. In many countries, taxi drivers rely on the Corolla. They rack up hundreds of thousands of miles in stop-and-go traffic, proving just how tough these cars are. Top Gear's indestructible Toyota Hilux. The BBC show Top Gear tried to destroy a Hilux by drowning it, burning it, and even dropping it from a building. After each test, the Hilux still started and drove away. You might think a car with 500,000 miles isn't worth much. But that's not always true. A high-mileage car that's well cared for can be a great value. Here's why. Lower purchase price compared to a new car, proven reliability. If it's made it this far, it's probably a good one. Lower insurance costs, and you can keep driving it for years with proper care. What to look for when buying a high-mileage car. Check the maintenance records, look for rust, especially on the frame and underbody, test drive it and listen for unusual noises and have a mechanic inspect it before you buy. Many people find that a well-maintained high-mileage car is more reliable than a newer car with lots of electronics that can fail. Let's answer some common questions about high-mileage cars. Is it expensive to keep a car running this long? Not really, if you do regular maintenance. Most repairs are cheaper than buying a new car. What's the most important thing to do for a high-mileage car? Change the oil regularly and fix problems early. Should I be afraid of a car with 200,000 or 300,000 miles? Not if it's been well cared for. The cars on our list are known to last much longer. When is it time to give up on a car? If the cost of repairs is more than the car is worth, or if the frame is badly rusted, it might be time to move on. But many people keep their cars running for decades. Let's recap. The top 5 most reliable cars that can last over 500,000 miles are Toyota Hilux, the indestructible workhorse; Toyota Land Cruiser, the king of off-road and long life; Toyota Corolla, the world's best-selling car for a reason; Honda Accord, the everyday hero; and Volvo 240, the classic that won't quit. And don't forget the honorable mentions: Lexus LS, Mercedes E-Class, and Subaru Outback. Remember, the secret to a long-lasting car is regular maintenance, gentle driving, and fixing problems early. These cars prove that with the right care, your ride can last a lifetime. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, share, and like to support our channel. And don't forget to watch this next video. See you next time, and happy driving.